Hello, everyone. Welcome to Geek Out. And today we have a actually very special guest because we actually don't live that far away from each other. Um, we're both Maine developers, which I'm excited about. I think that's great. More Maine developers. Um, we're here with Jordan from Goosepoop Games. How you doing, Jordan? How's the
I'm
night
doing
treating you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
My allergies are acting up. Besides that, I'm fine.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so if I'm rubbing my eyes a little bit, that's because they're dry.
Hmm.
Um, so why don't? Because a lot of people don't know who you are. I know who you are because I met you at PAX Unplugged, and then we've ran into each other in several different places. But why
Right.
don't you give a quick briefing of who you are and what you do?
Yeah. So, hey everyone, I'm Jordan. I am the owner and designer at Goosepoop Games. So I focus on making absurd and accessible games for people. So a lot of lightweight TTRPGs and board games and card games that are easy to put in your pocket and take wherever you go.
Absolutely, they are amazing, and I at Page. He's going to be at Page, and Page. I'm planning on picking up a few because I didn't get a chance to at PAX Unplugged. So, um, but that being said, um, how did you get into gaming? I mean, has it always been a thing? Have you? Did you start a couple of years ago? Did you start? When did you start?
When did I start? Oh boy. Um, I didn't really start getting into making tabletop until probably I want to say like 7 years ago or so. I was taking, I was getting a second degree in computer science, and they had a game design minor, and they were like, no, actually, this game design minor is actually all tabletop games. I
Oh
was like,
wow!
I was going in thinking it's like, oh, I'm gonna make video games because I've made video games before, like in Unity and stuff, programmer. Um, but no, so they're like, do tabletop. And I'm like, okay, sure. And then while I was like making my pieces for the board game I had to make for the school, I just binge watched all of Shut Up and Sit Down game reviews. And so like that's how I got in tune of like all the games that were out there and that kind of thing. Yeah, I just binge watched all of that and just saw all the different games because it's like I don't have any money. I'm not gonna go out and build this whole library and stuff. And yeah, so
I mean, that's a great way of doing it. I love that channel. Um,
yeah.
uh, so you've done a lot of you started in board game, well, tabletop games, and the past couple things that I've seen you do have been very much TTRPG oriented.
Hmm.
Is that how you're thinking about going, or are you working on? Are you gonna get back into throw out a board game that throws people off?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love both, and it's tough because I love both so much. Um,
I know
and
that feeling.
so, um, I started with the little 18 card pack games, and those are a nice little um like board game kind of thing without too much barrier to entry. Like I didn't have to do any crowdfunding for it for
Right.
any of them. It was just like kind of print and play. Um, yeah, I got them printed through like the Game Crafter, and then I handmade all the envelopes myself because just to save like $1.
$1.
Uh, yeah, $1 a game. I mean, it adds up.
It
Um,
does very much so.
and so I made all the packs, and then I made like a 3-in-1 pack, and I made I like hand pack everything. But I'm slowly trying to move away so I don't have to actually physically hand make any games besides like I have these games called like skinny zines, which are
Uh-huh.
just like these TTRPGs
Right.
that are like kind of a page I fold in half like hot dog style and
Yeah.
just call it like games the long way. Um,
A lot of people
and
call those one pagers, but yours are definitely a lot skinnier than the normal one
yeah,
pager.
so it's like a couple pages that I fold into
Yeah.
a book. Um, so I
Um,
have a couple of those, and then I hand make the good soup. But hopefully, to make a planning to make a full
speak,
book like version next fall.
speaking of which, I did not realize until I was looking up to find how to Discord you that you got nominated for a Crit Award. Congrats!
Oh,
That's a
thanks.
big
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that was exciting. Um, yeah,
That's a
good soup
huge. That's a
is a lot of
huge,
fun.
huge, huge accomplishment. Um, so when you go to design a games in Hey Frog, um, when you go to design a games, how do you start? What do you start with an idea? Like where do you start? Because I know where I start.
I got the stupidest ideas. mine, mine are just like most of the time, honestly, I say a phrase and then I'm like, okay, is this a game? like so good soup was literally I saw this meme of this chicken drinking puddle water and someone like just capped over it like good soup. Um, and then and I was like, well, what if soup was a mechanic? and then I just that's where it spawned off of
That's
that
all.
just
So
hearing like good soup. Um, yeah, a lot of my games come from just like the names themselves, which I mean is probably not the best way to design, but that's
I mean,
what happens.
that's kind of how Plaguebound got around because I had Ironbound and then I wanted to do a dark fantasy, so let's stick with the same name. And then Plague became a centerfold of the game. So, um, all right. So people are asking, and I'm kind of curious too because I haven't asked you. Where does Goose Poop Games come from? Like, when did you come up with the name? Did you come up with 1,000 different names beforehand, or did the name just sing to you?
Yeah, so the origin story um was I first was starting to create sticker designs and graphic designs for local communities. So like I made stuff for Congress Square Park in here in Portland. I made some of their stickers. And then
Which I
for
think
some
I have
other
one of those, probably.
yeah. And then for some other organizations, and I was like, I need to come up with a name. And I was walking home one day, and I used to live across the street from Deering Oaks Pond.
Okay.
Um, and you know where ponds be, gooses are. So and where gooses are, their remnants are there. So I was walking home and then I just said goose poop aloud, and I'm like, how crazy would it be if someone named their their company Goose Poop? And I was just kind of like, well, my art style is kind of poopy like because it's all smooth lines. It's all
Right.
equal line thickness, and it's all outlined. So I'm like, okay, sure, why not? Goose poop.
It's a
And
great name.
it's been proven like it's been helping me a lot because like people would just come up to the booth and it's like I just had to check this out. Like, what is going on? what is going on here? Just from the name, I'm like, okay, well, welcome. We got weird stuff.
Well, that's
Nothing.
definitely cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it's why I checked you out because we were doing. So when I first met you, we were at PAX Unplugged and we were doing unpublished games. and I had Ironbound there, and you had it was a no, what was
I
who
had
did you had?
all the stuff
Oh,
there.
stuff. Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
have?
I
Yeah,
have
but
my card games and stuff.
oh, that's
Oh,
right. You had all the card games and stuff. You're right. You did.
yep.
You were the only one that brought a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, I was actually trying to just sell. I was just trying to have a booth.
um, which was fine. That's they said we could do that.
Yeah.
I just I didn't have anything to sell at that time. Um, but it said Goosepoop Games from Maine, and then I was like, well, I have to check you out. You're from Maine, so and then I think that's how I introduced myself. Oh, I'm from Maine too.
Yeah.
Um, but it that was a lot of fun. That whole unpublished thing. If you guys
Right.
ever get
Yeah.
to PAX Unplugged and you get to go into the unpublished events that they have, go check them out because there's some really good games there.
Yeah,
Um,
it's the Saturday games on demand. The
Games on demand, yeah.
10 to noon they have designers. I'll be showing off Blackflies, my new game coming out.
I did not sign up for it this year, and I probably should have, but that's okay. Um, because I'm really kind of in the middle of games, so it's probably not
Right.
ready for showing, anyways. Okay, so I'll definitely see you there because I will be going back because
Sweet.
it's super. I really enjoy just walking around and seeing everybody's stuff.
Yeah.
Um, uh, what So you've gone to quite a few cons in the past recently.
Yeah.
Uh, you definitely have increased your viewing count, as which um I hope it. Hopefully, it's been helping you.
Yeah.
Um, okay, good. Because I'm about ready to do the same thing, so I wanted to know.
Yeah. No, going to cons is great, and it's like my favorite thing. So I was just at a convention this past weekend that was Gamehole Con, and then tomorrow I'm leaving for another con, which is Carnage Con in Vermont.
I was gonna go. I was like, oh man, I should go, but then I was like, I don't have a place to stay, and pretty much the book's solid. So it's like,
Yeah. I my trick is I just try to find an Airbnb.
ooh, maybe I will look for one before. Who knows? I might go. You might see
Yeah.
me there. I mean, it's only a few hours away, so maybe I might just go for a day. We'll
Yeah,
see.
you could just go for a day.
Yeah. But anyways, s- how many cons do you guys normally hit a year? Well, I'm planning on hitting 6 next year. I don't know how many you hit.
Okay, do we want to count how many I did? I did one. I did. There was SnowCon in Maine, Total
Yep.
Con. Uh, there's like the local con, but like I don't really super count it, but I'll count it. And then there is PAX East. Um, there was Origins. Um, there was another one in between there, I think. Um, Origins, and then what am I forgetting? There was Gen Con.
Yep.
Um,
You went
then
to all the
there's
big ones this year.
Game. Yeah, I went to all the big ones. Gamehole Con, Carnage Con. I'm going to Arcane Con, and then PAX Unplugged. So at least 10
For this year, and then
this
next year,
year.
and then in January you're going to Page. So
Yeah, and Page. Yeah,
really, I count Page in the same year because it's so close that
right.
um, um uh that's a lot. Um,
It's a lot.
how, how did you like how did you like TotalCon? Was it good?
It was okay.
Yeah.
I think that was the con that I learned that I need to run games, and it's really important to just run games that I make, um, because I wasn't really running games at Total Con, and it didn't really get as much traction.
Ah,
I think also it's a smaller, like, there's a lot of people, but it's mostly people just looking to play, not to buy.
I
So it's not like a super active one.
right.
for purchasing, but
So
for
is
playing, I'll play all day. I
this the
think
first time going to Carnage?
this is my second time. I did it last year.
I hear Carnage is fun. So
Carnage is fun. The people who run it are really good. They're really nice people. So it's really great to just be there and hang out with people.
uh,
That there is like people. There was another exhibitor who sells like the foldable tabletop
yep.
things that fold out and you can put it on top of your table. And they were just like, we don't want to travel home with this. Do you want it? And they just gave me a full tabletop. And I'm like, you guys are awesome. Yeah.
I think I know exactly who you're talking about, and they did the same thing to me with their level system, not the foldable one, but they have one where you can put legs in it. It's a little bit different.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
I'm almost positive it's the same one. And you think I could remember the name of them? I can't,
Yeah.
and I
I
feel
don't know.
horrible about that, but that's okay. Um, uh, they were really nice when I met them, um, because they went to Page, um,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and then that's so now you have a foldable table.
Yeah, now I have a foldable tabletop. It's really nice because like I have like a whole bunch of folding tables for like doing the cons and stuff, so I can just pop one of those open and then make the table look really nice because I have this like
Nice.
felt top now with the cup holders.
That's really cool. So okay, so you've been to a lot of cons.
Yeah,
I'm doing my first con in Page.
nice.
Recommendations, things that you would wise maneuvers. Give me some wisdom. Or
Ooh, wisdom. Um, yeah. Um, be be excited. No, give like one sentence pitches, you know? Get the hooks down. Be like, "Hey, this is like for good soup I say is like you play as woodland creatures, gather ingredients to make soup." And then the hook is like you can use real soup to play and people are like, "Oh, you can use real soup. Oh, okay." Um and yeah, no, the hooks. Um, I've actually, it was interesting this past Game Hole Con. The first day, we set ourselves in a U shape so people
Mhm.
walk in, but we were noticing not many people were actually stepping into the booth area. And we also had a lot of, because I do consignment and stuff, so I had multiple like developers at the same booth. So we were all kind of getting in each other's way and standing in front of the stuff as we were talking. And so the next day we just like moved around the entire booth and just had one straight table that went across the front. And I think that was just a lot better. So like people didn't have that hesitation of stepping in. And I think people are hesitant about stepping in because it's like, oh, if I step in, I'm going to get sold to and that kind of thing. And sometimes people just want to walk up casually and just pick up a thing, don't want to talk to anybody and just
It
set it down and be like,
it
I'm
could
going to check that out later.
it could also be is if I walk in there, I'm probably gonna get stuck there trying to get back out because there's so many people.
Yeah.
Um, that's usually the reason why I don't go into those horseshoe things.
Yeah.
Um, that's good knowledge to know. Good advice because that was my plan. I am also doing consignment. I have two other developers. Well, a map maker and a developer with me.
Nice.
For Page. So I was planning on just having a big table, and I have a runner um that runs in the center with my logo. So I was going to put my stuff there, and then they were going to put their stuff on either side.
Cool.
Um, and then that's really good advice. And I'm working on the one pitch stuff.
Nice.
I found at other cons where I wasn't even selling the one pitch stuff really is important.
Hmm.
Um, So we're actually here to talk about your current project, which is Blackflies. Blackflies, from what I know, because I've kind of seen it in action because I was kind of running a game at the same time, but I did watch.
Right.
Um, it's a GM-less RPG. That's very occult would be, I guess, the
Hmm.
proper term
You
for that.
play as cultists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, um, it's roughly what, 3 to 5 players is what you had.
Yeah, 3 to 5 players is what I pitch it.
All right, give us the single pitch for Blackflies. I mean,
Yeah,
you
you
might as well
play as
go into it.
cultists haunting a small town near Acadia. You're trying to um, gather followers, resolve omens, and seek your fortune to become immortal. Woo! So it's spooky, but it's actually really just slapstick funny because it's GM-less, so it's like anything goes. So it's like everything's like everybody's like, "Ooh, that was really creepy." Uh,
That's kind of awkward. Let's change the topic.
yeah, but it just like it just makes wild scenarios and stuff. So I added a whole bunch of like flavor to it so you get the sense of what's going on. There's like 4 different storylines you can choose from. There's some it plays as a one shot and it's kind of meant to be a one shot because like just do your worst, you know.
Right.
Yeah, do go crazy. But there is like campaign elements to it, so you can edit a map, you can add to a map and like destroy it. The idea is like wherever your cultist roam on the map, that place kind of like deteriorates and
All
gets
right.
destroyed.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Um, and then there's also what I call boons, which are ways that kind of like change the game. It kind of breaks the game, but it's just like a fun way to like play the game in a different way. It kind of adds some different rules to it. Like one of my favorites is called Beefcake Lumberjacks, and everybody's just trying to get as buff as possible. So so every time you use a strength action, your strength goes up and like you get like you win if you have the most strength kind of thing.
That's awesome.
Um yeah, we just played a session of that using that yesterday and that was a lot of fun.
So, how much playtesting did you do for this? It must have been tons.
I did a good amount, yeah. It's a pretty lightweight system, so it's like after a couple of sessions, I you start to get like understand how it's gonna work. Um,
It's a dice pool system, correct?
right.
So,
Yes. So the dice pool, my goal with this was to make the dice do something different. So the dice don't actually determine outcomes. They
okay.
determine who has narrative control over the scene. So, if say I am trying to pickpocket somebody, I'm gonna use my speed stat, and I have a 2 in speed. You start with 6 dice, and then you subtract your stat that you're using. So I'm gonna be rolling 4 dice. I can have somebody help me to lower that amount, but if I just roll the 4 dice, sixes are all omens, so they just kind of give flavor to the scene. And then the other numbers determine who has control over the narrative. So it's interesting because you don't actually want that many dice to roll because the more dice you have, the more like people trying to mess you up and like mess up the world around you and the more chance of getting omens. So the more omens you get, it moves this malign tracker, and the maligned are like people who've turned into flies. Imagine like if you've ever seen The Fly from
Right.
Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, it looks like that where they're just like, but like kind of like zombie ish. So they don't help anybody. They're just bad. um, yeah.
um, so you try to think what else. I mean, uh, it's really interesting. Like I saw some of the art and like some of the the character sheet and stuff, and it looks really fun to play. And I was so upset when people actually showed up to play my game. I'm like, oh, I wanted to play.
Yeah.
um,
I'll
um,
be running it games on demand at PAX Unplugged. So,
all right, so I'll try to
yeah.
make sure I get there then.
Yeah,
Um,
try to pop in. Um yeah, and they'll be running it at Carnage Con, and then I got a booth at Arcane Con, which is in Massachusetts,
yep.
and I'll probably be running it there as well because it's very, like I said, it's a very easy pickup. I try to develop it so it's really just roll and go, you know. So it's like you got there's 5 pre-made characters, so you just here's your character, and what are you doing in the scene, and then that's you just start playing.
That sounds like the best type of game. I like.
Yeah.
I really like rules light games. I think they're great. Um,
Yeah. What I found with the dice pool, it's also a really nice like tension builder. It's a easy way to build tension because every time someone does a narrative action, the dice is spent. So those go away. And so once you run out of dice, then the game is over. So in the beginning, everybody's like kind of flavoring the world. And then once they realize, oh, we only have like 4 dice left, let's
oh
just
no.
go crazy.
um, so you have 6 days left. You've already made your goal, which is
Yeah,
awesome. Congrats.
thanks.
And I've just backed it because I had not backed it yet, not because I didn't want
Thanks.
to, but just because I haven't had time. Um, but you guys should all check it out. It's down, links down at the bottom. It's also in, if you're watching YouTube, it's in the it's in the YouTube link. Um, this was a lot of fun. Is there anything else you want to tell people? How about anything in the future? Do you
Oh,
let's
I
go in
got
the
some
future.
exciting stuff in the future. So, the next big game is going to be called Food and Evil, where you play as demons running a food truck, and it uses a card-based system. It is also really great in that, like, here's your character sheet, tell me what you're doing. It's actually even simpler than Blackflies. It runs very smooth. It's setting agnostic, so the idea is you like if you're running a D&D campaign or something
You
and
can
you're like
throw
let's
in.
have a little side quest and then this food truck bursts in and stuff happens. And so it's a great like set it agnostic. We tell you how to make your own stories, but there'll be like 10 or so stories, also based on other TTRPGs around and stuff, so you can get a sense of how to incorporate it. And there'll be a bunch of food. The book itself is gonna look like a diner menu, so
Oh,
it's gonna
cool.
be like over laminated this big diner menu with the spiral bound, and then we'll have a GM cheat sheet full of like characters and ingredients and locations, and that'll be like the cocktail menu that like you
Oh,
tuck inside.
sheet. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That
so it's gonna
sounds like
be
a blast.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Very silly, super cartoony. Um, and then going at this, so that'll be for February for Zine Month on
Oh,
Backerkit. You can check it out right now.
I'm do I I'm doing scene two. Yeah.
Nice, yeah. And then at the same time, I'm gonna do 5 other games where it's like on Kickstarter, where they're the skinny games, so they're all pretty light one shots, um, and they're only like a couple pages, and so I got a couple. They're all extremely absurd. That's why I'm reserving them for the skinny zines. So one of them is called Full Metal Trash Can, and it's like Full Metal Alchemist dating sim because of course it has to be, and you're all kitchen appliances. So you can either date people or fight them.
I love it.
And another one is called The Last Will and Testament of Hot Potato. And so you're all like have physical potatoes and you're putting like stuff in your potato. And it's kind of like Clue where you're trying to put the right appendages on your potato to get the will. Um, and yeah, and then there's another one called Hogs where you use your actual car keys instead of dice as your rolling mechanism. Um, there, let's see, that's three. There's five of them, and they're all really weird. And so,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, so
If they're,
very excited. And they're all
honestly, if
could
they're
be.
coming from you, Jordan, I wouldn't expect anything else.
I know. Yeah,
And that's a
and
compliment, by the way.
thanks. Yeah, I'm kind of here to just be the absurd weird guy.
You know what though? It works. It really works. You come out with some really interesting games. So um uh anything else that you would like the people to know? Because we do only have two people watching, but I have a lot of people who watch afterwards.
Yeah,
So
sure. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Black. We'll see. I'm having Plus One EXP publish it, and so
oh,
they can
okay.
deal with the distribution and print is like, nah. Yeah. So it's been nice collabing with them. They're really great people. Yeah, goosepoopgames.com. That's where you can find all the stuff.
Go buy his stuff because his stuff is really fun. Um I've played a couple of the things. I just haven't bought them. I gotta get on that. They're not on my back behind me yet. I'm gonna have to fix that. Hey, I am going to fix that. I'm gonna have black flies there.
There you
So,
go.
um, uh, thank you, Jordan, for being on here. I'm, uh, you're so good. You're so good.
Thanks. Thanks so much for having me. Yeah, this
It's
has
great
been
to
great.
it's great to have another Maine developer on. So, all right. Well, this week, everyone, I do have Plaguebound this Sunday. As long as all of my there's been some wishy washy about my players, so not because of things going on in their lives. You know how lives happen. But 95% sure we'll still have it. If not, I'll probably do a stream developing Mass Pause. So check that out. You guys have a wonderful night, and thank you, Jordan, for being here. Just stay on real quick.